last time on Metroid Fusion. The ship, the space lab, burst apart. It split apart and exploded. I don't know exactly what happened. We encountered Metroids in the restricted laboratory, and SAX was shooting them all down. But then we learned that there's 10 SAXs, so that's where we're starting off today. We also fought the Nightmare last stream. We fought Security Robot number 2, or the I guess, infected one, the Parasite X one, the enhanced one. Got some items, worked on some things, and now we're here. So let's go ahead and get started. Alien Lizard, hi, welcome in. You are right on time. Yeah, we did a little bit of chatting before starting out today. Had some things to take care of.
I want a tiny floating whale to give me some fin.
Lost, thank you for the bit. Thanks for cheering for humanity. Welcome in. I appreciate it. Cabrera, hi, welcome in. Alright, let's look at our map. So we came back into Sector 1. We're in this new green section of Sector 1 on the map, and I thought it would connect back to the pink stuff, but it has not connected yet, so we'll see what happens. Guess I gotta do Zero Mission sometime. Ooh, yeah. Zero Mission's real good. I liked that one. How's the music today? It feels a little bit louder. The music's kind of a bop, though. Yeah, we can leave it for now. Let's go this way first. What controller do you use? I actually use my Xbox controller for this. I have a USB for a Super Nintendo controller, but I've just been sticking to this one. It's comfy for me. Oh, right. Okay, I remember that. Sound is good? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Zero Mission's a good game to start with. I've heard that. Super Nintendo controller's best controller. I like the Super Nintendo controller. I think I would have done just fine with it, but now that I'm used to this one, I'm gonna stick with it. As long as I remember to refill the batteries. We had an incident. All right, let's go. Bootless high. Oh, is this above that one area we crawled underneath? I remember these enemies. I have a SNES to GameCube adapter, so I can play all my Game Boy Color. Oh, that's cool. You have like double E-tanks? Oh my gosh. No, B, you're fine. Oops. Oh, we haven't seen a golden space pirate yet. What even kills you? I don't know. Oh, this reminds me of that one time in Super Metroid where I didn't know how to kill that one space pirate. Does this one change colors at any point? I'm just getting hit with this over and over again. Hang on. Can I kill you? Was I supposed to go through there before you started attacking me? Oh, this is stupid. You hated these guys in Super. Yeah, me too. But then I don't think this resets, right? Maybe it does? But it's still gonna be locked. Alright, well we'll keep, oh weird. We'll keep fighting it. until we die, because then we can come back with more health. This is so strange. Am I supposed to... What happens if I collect all of these? Instead of it turning into one? Laredo, welcome in. It's going good so far. We haven't done much yet. Just warming up. Just doing a recap. Is this last one gonna transform no matter what, though? No. I feel like this is the same space pirate room as Super. Except you can accidentally not do it right, and now we have to exit and come back. I shouldn't pick up this health. I kind of just want to die. Is this gonna fuse to make... Yeah. Okay, start over. There we go. Wanted to talk about Metroid 2, but then I remembered you're not playing them in order. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's not even what I wanted to do. I got too excited. Does this... Yeah. Prefer the SR388 games to one set on Zeebs? Yeah. Happy International Chocolate Day? Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that. Thanks, Jerryax. No. Alright. I want this pillar gone. If I kill both of you, you make one of these. Can I, like, reflect your own bullets back at you? Oops. It doesn't do it. What about... Nope. Shoot. Like freezing you? Does that freeze you in place? No? I don't think this did anything, right? No? What other dang weapons do I have? What if it fuses another time? Cabbage, hi, you have good news you want to share? Okay, I want to hear it. What's up? I like good news on a Monday. What happens if I take out all of these at once? Do we get like multiple golden pirates? Yeah. That's not fun. I feel like... We did a power bomb though. None of these is anything else. Is there a secret up here? I don't know. Just got promoted to manager. Congratulations. That's awesome, Cabbage. Good job. Yeah, that's super hype. Thanks for sharing that with us. That's like the way better news you want to hear on a Monday than most Mondays. Fenris, hi, welcome. Shaggy, hi. It's good to see you. Yeah, how are you gonna celebrate? I wonder if I'm supposed to, like, have this charged and hit the back of you. So you don't change color, I just have to hit you the other side of you. Ooh, and it only takes... Oh, not fair! It only takes 2 hits at that point. Okay, well... That's something. Your stream's helping me relax after work, so partial credit goes to you. No, you did it all on your own. I'm glad I can help you relax, but you did all the hard work. Apple Avocado, welcome in. Whenever the wife and I get a promotion or a raise, we always listen to Whales by Hail Mary Melon. Jorge, welcome in. How's it going? Probably won't get time to celebrate. I have to leave town. Oh no. Well, when you get a chance to. I'm not spending a power bomb on this. Oops. Did I get it? Nope. God, I hate how many enemies there are that you just end up right on top of. So then, I wonder if we kill these one at a time, but just leave like one left over. Oh, but they might give us missiles, and I don't know that they still turn into a golden pirate if they drop missiles. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oop, no. Oh! Not fair. Okay, did that do it? That did get us through the door! Okay. That's a thing. Dex, hi, welcome. It's good to see you. We have a new hallway. If I go down here, can I get back up? Yeah. Are either of these a refill? Ooh, that's underneath the other room we were in. Sykes, hi. Snacking on lunch before my Zoom class. Nice. Good luck. Any secrets down here? No. I wonder what the purpose of this is? As a kid I got stuck there. The golden pirate has a really specific weakness. And in Super they change the color of it for you, but not here. Is this... We have one other option if we go to the top of this hallway. Let's see if... let's see what's up here. A save room? I mean... Fine. I wish it was a refill room. Cabbage, thank you! We haven't had that in so long! Thank you for redeeming support, fellow humans. This is our special, huge channel point celebration. We are gonna switch over really quick to this and remind everybody that you are loved, sending human kindness from me to all of you, and let's get some shout outs going. If you stream, let us know. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. So we've got a good save spot. I forget if these save rooms have secrets. I think it was Zero Mission where a bunch of the save rooms had secrets, or was that this game that had a bunch of broken patches in the wall? Maybe that was this game. like the save rooms in the jungle, you can kind of see the different elements and things in the walls. I don't know what that room is for yet, so we're gonna go over here. Oh, really? You're fun. Oh, that was lucky. Eyeball door, eh? Oh, hi. We saw you frozen and crumbly before. Oh, is this the scream warning? Is this the scream warning now? Scream warning for Ridley. Fusion, yeah, big it's been fun. This game had a path and a save room, but it was in the first or second stream. It was a while ago, yeah. Bristol High. Real Bra High. Spoiler rules again. No tips, no hints, nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Better to not even talk about the game, to be honest. Headphones warning. Okay, it's gonna be a scream. Pants high. I'm like scared for my own headphones. Hi, Ridley. I see your glowing eyeball. Oh my god. What a makeover, though. Your colors are so cool. Why is everything in this game like a beautiful shade of indigo? I can't even focus. Oh, that did something. How tall is this room? Can I get above view? I feel like I can't get anywhere. Is this a Ridley fight like the other Ridley fights where I just hit you faster than you can hit me? Yeah. There's nowhere to dodge! Or maybe there is. What a sponge! Oh, that was a weird noise. I don't think this is a valid technique, but I can shoot you while you're holding me. We're gonna run out of energy. The screeching. Oh, okay, well, we're not gonna make it past this part then. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, Dex! It turned out as a link. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Streamlabs. It's sensitive. Endude, welcome in. Hi. Shadow, welcome in. Eclectic, welcome in. Oh, Sag. We just, we wasted a lot of time at the beginning because I was running around figuring out where to stand, but then it was just like, no, just unload all, I don't know how many missiles we have, 170 or something. I wish I had the health to just face take the fight. Yeah, we've got the health. Okay. Fun. Fun. Did so well with the old missile spam technique. Thank you. 173 of them, you know. We might as well use a couple. Oh, there's stuff on the ceiling, too. I don't even have to do it this way. Oop, I thought I had that. It's fine. It still drops. The red one's still enough. So we've got 180 and 17 power bombs and full E-tanks. Tank this boss, yeah. Love how Ridley's introduced in this game. The icy frozen Ridley is very different. And then you see him crumble, you're like, what's going on here? So this isn't Ridley though, then this is the parasite Ridley. Weird. Does this one, is this Meta? Mecha? Some other version of Ridley with a special name? Makes everybody louder, yeah. We're shooting them every direction. This corner seems like an okay place to hang out. I feel like that's not nearly as satisfying as some of the other things we've done in this game. Put me down. Put me down. Alright. We're going into this with way more health now. Can't get it while it's flashing, but we should almost be there. Yeah. Nice. Screw attack. Good. Yay. Okay. Nice. Somersault into enemies. Oh, thanks, Dude. This is my fastest one. That was like the quick kill boss fight. Just spam missiles. If it's spoilers like regarding the lore, I might need a little extra help today for somebody bopping messages because it looks like we don't have mod around. But thanks for all the hype. We did it. We got Screw Attack. That was great. Love it. Let's see what else is coming next. Regarding Ridley and other games. Oh, okay, like the backstory and the lore. I think we're good. I think it's cleared off to the top of the chat now anyway, so no worries. I'm excited we got Screw Attack. Cool. This is telling me what to do, so please don't. Screaming in the afterlife. The screams, I liked the sound design. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Daxon, welcome in. And I wonder if there was something else. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, we can hang out in here for a second. We still don't have protection against the acid. Is there a secret in here? Eclectic, thanks for the hello. Thank you for thanking the mods, friends. Felt disappointed by the Ridley fight compared to the difficulty of some of the earlier bosses? Yeah. It was just... I think what the difficulty is... Stop focusing on where to dodge and just do more damage to Ridley faster than Ridley can damage you. Koala, hi, how's it going? Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday? Not yet? It's later for you, much, much later for you. Like the sound design goes well with how mutated the Ridley is. Are you still thinking of hunting for items? Yeah, but like I talked about earlier, if it's not marked on the map, I'm not necessarily gonna go for secret rooms. If I don't find them, I don't find them. So if we miss, like, here, I didn't powerbomb Ridley's room. I don't know if there's something in there. Still Monday? Yeah. It is the Gen Discord. I had to copy paste to open link. You just need the Discord link again, Jorge. There you go. Doing alright, just having a down phase, so came to chill. Alright, nice. Welcome in for the chill. Hopefully there's not any more screaming Ridleys, but we shall see. Yeah, I was gonna say, for first playthroughs, we generally, like, I would love to hit 100% before we get to, you know, the final boss, but, for Metroid, it's really hard. They don't give you a way to track everything ahead of time. Is that gonna put a golden pirate down here? What does that do? I don't know. Done well with item collection? I think so. I think I've done all right. I was really proud of what we did in Zero Mission. %, is pretty hard without looking it up in Metroid. Yeah. The knockback. Eric! Hi, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. V, hi. Zach, hi. Mistake, hi. How was Nier today? How was the charity stream? Thanks for coming in, friends. If you don't know me already, I'm Jen the Human. I love Metroidvanias and puzzle games, and we keep it pretty chill and calm while we're doing those things. You just missed the Ridley fight. It was so good. Oh no, that's right. You were playing Artful Escape when I looked. How is that? I saw that in the Annapurna showcase, and it looks cool. Didn't hundo the first game until watching a GDQ run? Yeah. Llama, thank you for the shout out. Hello, hello. Lots of sneaky secrets, yeah. Sneakrets? Jeffrey, hi. Let's get some shout outs. You also missed a support fellow humans giant channel point redemption earlier, so we are gonna do, we'll just get you a couple. We're gonna get a shout out for Llama as well. And Daxon, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. It's very groovy, love it, very excited to play more. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it looks super groovy and trippy. That's the character with those like really super reflective glasses, right? It's always going to be a second playthrough. We will, so depending on how Zero Mission goes with our Discord streams, we will try to 100% this one too. I don't know if we'll get all the way there, but we'll play it a little bit more after we beat it. Streamlabs doesn't want to, it knows I'm self-conscious. Oh no! Lots of guitar shredding, nice. I was watching your stream a little bit this morning, Llama. I was up super early today for no good reason. Were there blocks in here that we need this for? Been watching Zoe's super speedruns lately. Now Ridley's officially Rodney. Nice. Oh, there was a room with rippers in it a while ago that I was very unsure of if we would make any progress on. And now we can do it more easily. Where does this go? I know I'm going the wrong way. Bear with me for a second. Saw that we're online. That's because I was up super late. Yeah. Also, that was indeed very early for you. I was I don't know, just awake early in the morning, hanging out with the cats, having some tea. Like that this zone is protected by space pirates, knowing that X absorbs the memories of the victim. Oh, this takes us to the computer room down here. That's not what I want to do. We have much more to explore. What kind of tea? Green tea with lemon early this morning, and then I made a chai tea later in the day. Doing good, Koala. Yeah, been feeling really good about streaming lately. I love both of the games we've been playing. Oh, what was that? Hang on. Well, we can save. And otherwise, the cats are good. The family's good. Liking Screw Attack sound effects compared to Zero and Super? Oh, that's a good question. I don't dislike it. I don't know that I know the sound effects of the other games that well to compare them. Oh, that's locked? But there's also a thing over to the right. Oh, I remember you. Oh, that's... I wanted the ice missile, not the charge beam. Is this one of those weird hidden tiles? Seemingly no. Really want some oolong tea? Yeah. SAX uses the old sound effect? Okay. And Anteo, welcome in. Is that all that's down there? That connects to the other side. I'm assuming we can come back up this way if we need to. Oh, where does that connect to? That's like another secret room? Is this anything over here? Alright, bear with me. I'm feeling a little bit like we've left stuff behind, so. Do you... But I can't hit you with this. Are you supposed to make another enemy that I can kill so that this opens? Is this gonna make another pirate that I have to fight? It's gonna make one of these. Weird. Oh, can I screw attack this enemy now? Yeah. Yay, that opened the door. I don't care about those. Heart bomb tank. Not bad. Just realized I missed your fight against Gold Pirates. Wanted to see how you handled it. Other streamers I watched got stuck for a super long time. We got stuck for so long on the ones in Super. For super long in Super. So I think I had a better handle of like, okay, this isn't a point of no return. There's not an item that I'm missing. You know, I just haven't done it correctly yet. But these ones don't change color, so I had to mess around for a minute before we figured it out. Yep, I had Super to help me out with those. Otherwise, we would have been stuck for a really long time, probably. Those ones are not very obvious to me how to deal with it. Just noticed the new goal. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning of stream. Oh, Elias, hi, welcome. It's over on my Ko-fi page. I've had a donation goal up there for a little while, just for stuff for behind the scenes for stream, and I like using Ko-fi because they give you 95% of the cut instead of the 50% that Twitch gives you. So yeah, if we hit that goal, we're doing, oops, I wanted to use that as a platform. We're doing Zero Suit Samus, why not do Justin Bailey Samus as well? Tal, hi, thank you for the raid. How was your scary stream today? Did you finish the game you were working on? Oh, you switched over to chatting? Hi friends, I'm Jen the Human, welcome in. It's good to see you. Wolf, hi. I hope you had a good stream. We're working on yet another Metroid. It's been really good so far. And thank you for that shout out, Llama. Naked Beer Ice, hi. Good to see you. Chatting is best game. Chatting's a great game. We finished the game, really great, unusual, spooky game. What was it called again? I saw you've been at it for a couple streams, and it sounded really interesting. Finished with spooky bedtime stories, right on. Yeah, it's late for you, huh? We're supposed to go this way? Bendy and the Ink Machine. Very cool. There's the tile we want. Imagination high. Welcome in. Still looking for a good chatting speedrun, yeah. Oh, well, this is all very misleading. Oh, I've trapped myself. What a strange hallway. We need those rippers. Or can I stand here? Will this work? I don't think that'll carry over through the whole thing. When I see the name Justin Bailey now, I think of Axiom Verge before thinking of Metroid. I saw, didn't someone mod the Justin Bailey sprite into Axiom Verge? That's not part of the base game, right? Also, if it's something about Axiom Verge 2, please don't say, because that would be spoilers. I haven't played it yet. Yeah, it's green hair Samus and a red bodysuit. It's part of the base game? Really? Yeah, I haven't found that. Looks like the Mother Brain room. Maybe a little bit. Alright, that's the easy way. I don't know what the intended way is for that, but that's super annoying. Holly, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Yeah, I know what... Well, for the rest of chat, that's what Justin Bailey is from. If you use that passcode, you get a special suit for Samus. If you're not familiar with it, that's what that is. I just added it before a stream today, so I can make a link with some, like, reference pictures to add to a command. Oh, we've been here before. Now we're back in the main area. Oh, okay, nice. Good, good. Weird how in universe they built Area 1 to be like SR-388 and added a space pirate base in there too, yeah. Moogle noises, yeah. Glad you decided to play Zero Mission instead of the original Metroid. This is my favorite series, but I can't bear playing the original. We've had very mixed feelings about the original. We gave it a try at the end of Zero Mission. And it was, you know, something. We've never been in this room before. Is this a fake? No. Let's put some pirates just for flavor, yeah. Oh, Acrylic High? Mostly just lurking, but I'll defend Nestroid to the death, or at least until the unpleasant end of the conversation. Glad I managed to beat it, but it's pretty frustrating. Kovsky High. Welcome in, it's good to see you. I don't really know what my goal is here, other than to get back to the computer, but there's a bunch of rooms we can explore on the way there, it looks like. Let's go towards this big, block of gray. Is this something before? I'm not sure. Yeah, Beagle, you're good. I've been good, Kopsky. It was a good weekend. Was excited to get back into the game today because there's a lot happening and a lot of SAX enemies that we have to fight, apparently. This room. Can we do this now? Yeah. Going back and cleaning up a couple things. Including map squares. Ooh, there's another one up here. Nice. Have we ever been through here before? No. Interesting. It'd be cool if there was a mod that made it so you start at full energy, yeah. I like the save stations in Zero Mission that refill your energy and stuff. The ones leading up to the boss fight, at least. The ones in the mothership. Yay, recharge room! That's what the Game Genie's for. Hey, Party Bagel, how's it going? Good to see you. Metroid 1 feels way more dated compared to other first games on Nintendo series. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Ko-fi donation. I want to be able to add this as we get them, so let me check really quick. Thank you for the $20 tip. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me just do this for a moment. I'm working towards that new cosplay goal. Thank you. I think we will do this now. Me and my brother have worn Fusion Zero Mission out with Game Shark codes. Nice. Here's our next save. Was able to beat Zero Mission in about 2 to 3 minutes with codes. Oh my gosh. Alright. I don't know exactly what brought you here, but you're demanding a lot of chat's attention and the mod's attention, so I'm sorry how you started out on the channel. I know it was an accidental ban. This one's not accidental. We should be preparing to evacuate the station. Are you joking? Do they know how dangerous the X are? How quickly they reproduce? The Federation has taken an interest in the X and SAX. They believe this life form has endless potential applications. This is ridiculous. The X are heartless abominations. What potential could they have? It is not necessary that you understand such matters. The Federation is coming now. You should just leave quietly. Okay, so we noted last time we don't trust anybody anymore. The computer, the Federation. Plus, we're part Metroid fused with X now. We've got all these new powers and stuff. Oh. Farming bugs can be VS in Nestroid. Yeah. Nestroid has a lot of jank, but I take umbrage to the notion that it's more dated than other firsts. Gen voice acting. Oh, my voice acting's not very good. This is madness. They won't stand a chance here. The station will devour them. What could be worth the risk? Capturing the SAX, of course. So was this on purpose? Are you serious? Do they really think they can succeed? It will certainly be difficult. They don't expect your help. This is so weird. They knew you would try to destroy the SAX. That's why they stopped sending you support data. The plasma beam was ready some time ago, but they withheld it to keep you from engaging the SAX? Yet somehow you restored that function on your own. They also tried to withhold the diffusion missile upgrade because they didn't want you to grow too powerful. But they had already sent it and you tracked it down. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. They must cancel this mission. Open a channel to headquarters. I won't let this happen. They're already on their way. Fools. As soon as the Federation ships land, the X will overwhelm them and absorb the knowledge and power of their occupants. The X are just waiting for the hunt to begin, and then they'll spread across the universe. Galactic civilization will end. The X hunger for form, knowledge, and power. They mimic these perfectly, but they cannot copy the soul. They're single-minded, instinctively seeking to increase in number. They're a plague, and the Federation underestimates their threat. Maybe the first actual dialogue with another person. We've seen her monologues this far, yeah. The X must not leave here. I must destroy them all before the Federation arrives. The station has a self-destruct mechanism. I must use it to destroy the X here and on the planet. I must send them to oblivion. Them, the station, and myself, if I have to. Okay. No, we already talked to you. Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, because it was locked. We have to talk again. Open the hatch. I've been ordered to confine you until the ships arrive. Don't let them do this. Can't you see what will happen? Adam? Adam? Whoops, you weren't supposed to hear that I gave you a name. Who's Adam? A friend of mine. And what would this friend advise you to do now? He would know that the only way to end this is to start the self-destruct cycle. He'd know how important it is. Did this Adam care for you? Would he sit in a safe command room and order you to die? But the mission! He would understand that some must live and some must die. He knew what it meant. He made that sacrifice once. So he chose life for you, our fair warrior, Samus Aran. Your Adam gave his life so that you might keep yours. For the sake of the universe. How foolish. How dare you? How could you hope to understand, machine? You know that detonating the station in high orbit would not guarantee the complete extinction of the X-parasites, even though the station would be utterly destroyed. You would only succeed in removing the one obstacle to the galaxy's ruin, yourself. You would ignore the simple fact and choose death. When Adam decided who would live, he chose incorrectly. Music cuts out. If you were to alter the station's orbit, then you might be able to include the planet in the vaporization field of the self-destruct detonation. You would have to start the propulsion sequence now, before the Federation arrives. Samus, this is your last mission. Go to the operations room and adjust the station's orbit path to intercept SR-388. Yeah, big eyes! What? So now we like the computer again? Then return to your ship and escape. Move quickly and stay alive. Is this timed all over again? Oh, cool music. That's an order. Any objections, lady? What? Hey, I know that room. We took a trip up there once. Okay, no timer yet. The plot's thickening! We taught it how to feel. It's fine now. Samus's favorite pastime. Blowing stuff up. Yeah, now we're gonna blow up a planet again? Go to the operations. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Good. Thank you. We already know this. Thank you. Okay. Goodbye. Now, is there a timer? What about when we get to the main deck, then? Is there a timer? Don't think you like the computer. I think the computer is pointing out the only thing that solves the problem she intends to solve. This music is cool. Taw. Thoriel, hi. How's it going? No timer is treasure hunt time. That's what I'm thinking. We gotta go get some treasures. Let's take a look at all these maps. Because this one is, upon first glance, complete. So we'll start with 5. BK blow up several planets, yeah. Music makes me feel like a badass. It's good music. I like this better than the pre... Oh, sorry. The pre-boss fight fanfare of Zero Mission. Like, I could hang out and hunt for items to this music for a lot longer without it getting on my nerves. So there's just one hallway that I see off the bat in here. Doesn't mean that's the only hallway. But that's where we're gonna go check. Played a few randos of this. I still can't get over how many E-tanks there are. Excuse you? Does this still work though? You thwarting my treasure hunting plans? Probably. That's a bummer. Stanley, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. We're past this off point of no return. So is that the way... We had an elevator that took us back into one of these, like, lower rooms down here. But is that where that Shine Spark was? Is that how you have to get back and go, like, the other direction? That's my biggest beef with this game. I hate soft point of no returns. You all know I hate them if you've seen all the playthroughs. Oh well. You save? Well, now I saved after talking to the computer, so... That's okay. You could return through the aux generator area. But once we finish it... Did somebody say something about New Game Plus? And then after this discussion, we gotta turn back off, like, no tips or no hints. But I do very much care about points of no return for item hunting and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, it looks like New Game Plus, they don't lock. There is no New Game Plus? I like it when games have pop-ups saying, bro, this is a point of no return. Yeah. Alright, well... Rip. That sucks. So much for trying to get more items. Time to start over. Alright, now we start our speed run to get back to this point. It's like in Zero Mission. Oh, thank you, Jiggly. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind if it's like Zero Mission, because I think when we played Zero Mission, we beat it and then we kept playing afterwards. Right? Or did we spend a whole stream looking for items? I can't remember. I wasn't, I don't know why, but I wasn't really even thinking about that with this game. I was thinking about it so much with Zero Mission because you do the freaking mother brain fight. How can you not be thinking, oh shoot, is this my last chance? Is this a point of no return? It's at the front of your mind. Alright. We're good on talking about the game stuff now. Just sit back, relax, watch the walk up to the cockpit. I don't see anything in here that we want to go after. I'm sure there's probably a wall somewhere in this area for screw attack, but... Here we go! Wait, this one's locked too? Do we have to listen to more of your... No, because that's the one that goes up to the animals. We didn't do, like, any Shine Spark puzzles or anything? Man. I don't need to refill. I don't know why I came in here. That's so frustrating because I don't know. How are you supposed to know that? And I don't want to... whatever. Save like 5 times just in case. Oh yeah, I'm all for the multiple saves. It's literally a formula where you're trained to come back later with more abilities to solve a puzzle. Yeah. Anything else going on in this room before we go in there? I don't think so. This one's locked too, though. So is this a... Oh, okay. Yeah. This is a boss fight room now. Hi. I thought there were like 10 of you. Where are the rest of them? Oh, hey. That works pretty well against you. Oh, but I can't screw attack against you. Let's see what works and what doesn't. Charge beam works pretty well. Ice missiles work really well. Oh, that didn't freeze you though. Just one of these does. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I feel not excited about this fight, unfortunately. Don't give the randomizer community any ideas. We gotta save closer to that room. Especially as Fusion's more story focused, it would kind of clue the player in if the game was like, stuff is about to go down, do you want to proceed? Especially because, well, no, because it had already happened by the time I was asking about the timer. It's so weird that they don't turn the timer on. Oh. Is this a bombable wall? So I'm like, okay, cool, they didn't turn the timer on. I can go explore. I don't know where the nearest save is. But this is the animals one again. Is this the closest one? Closer than the other one we saved at. And then we'll be right next to it, I think. Probably wouldn't want to set a timer off before Samus gets to the controls. We've checked that wall before. Alright. Basically, oops. Did these do damage when they hit? I don't think they do damage. I think they just freeze it. I want to keep you close by where I can see you. No, I can't freeze you while you're doing a screw attack. Oops, that's not what I want. Wish I were a little better at jumping. Not sure if some of these are spoilery or more than Jen has asked for. Please keep it spoiler free. Thank you, Llama. Thank you, thank you. Let's try to focus on the, I don't know, the moment at hand. Yeah, let me suffer. I know, and I saw that you were pondering like which doors close and which ones don't. We will definitely talk about that after we get through the fight, and like we'll figure out if we can go back into the game or not. I just don't want to head down that path quite yet. How does this work again? It's always through the nav room, right? Yeah. It's like a truck, yeah. I know it isn't satisfying to come into this boss after knowing you can't item hunt, but this quickly became one of my favorite battles of the game. Nice, that's cool, Alien. I feel really bad that I'm like, whatever, we're just fighting SAX, because I'm very disappointed that we can't item hunt. They took it away from me. I so look forward to that. Like, the plot of this game is really cool too, don't get me wrong. But this is the same thing that happened with Zero Mission. Except Zero Mission, the game wasn't anywhere close to being over, but it's the same feeling that I had. Item hunt's way better than Final Boss. I think so. I want to do some Shine Spark business now that I learned it from the Zero Mission playthrough. It's funny how we like both connect and hit each other at the same exact time. A lot of the times. For obvious reasons. Get away from me! I'm not good enough with my space jump. So Metroidvania exploration is the entire point. Bosses and plot are just fluff. Yeah, I just want an item hunt game. No time to go shopping for missiles. Ugh, if only. Don't mind the SAX fight. Thought the nightmare fight was better. I ended up really liking the nightmare fight, yeah. I'd play a game where you hunt for fluffy kittens if one of them gives you a double jump and lets you get more kittens. Yeah. No, I have not played Prime 2. I have not played it. That's all I'll say for now. Oh, Gato Roboto. Wait, is Gato Roboto a Metroidvania? It's not, right? I need to play that game, though. Okay, now is the time to get good at space jump. Oh, I can't hit you when you're space jumping, though. Do you follow, like, how many space jumps I do? Is this like Battlein and Celeste, where you just follow me everywhere? No. I didn't think so, but it was fun pondering. I don't know where you are half the time. We'll go back to this. Haha. Haha. Oh. Your one weakness. Why do you not use this against me, though? I wonder if I can fire a... No, I can't. Never mind. It is a Metroidvania? Dang. Dun, 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 dun. My favorite boss in all of Metroid series is in Prime 2. Nice. Making me want to buy it. It's on your list. Did I wishlist it? I need to. Catroid? No, I didn't play Guacamelee either. So far, we've really just, for Metroidvanias, done Hollow Knight, as you all know. Ori 1 and 2, which... Yeah, Ori 1 and 2. And Axiom Verge. We tried Cave Story, I didn't love it. And is that it? I think that's it. What's a Hollow Knight? I wonder, Holly. You should try it out. Guacamelee's good? Okay, cool. I like the recommendation. I'd be down to try Guacamelee. She's a Pobo. I did not back Crowsworn. I saw it though, and it looks very cool. What made you bounce off of Cave Story? It was a weird time in the streaming schedule where we had planned to play one thing, that didn't work out, so I thought we would fill in with Cave Story, and I don't know, it just didn't click right away. It didn't make me like, oh my gosh, I can feel I'm gonna love it. I only gave it one stream, so I could definitely stand to give it a better chance. But we had a really rough start with it too. Alright, hang on. Do you follow me down this way? And then I can we just keep doing little circles around the room like that? No. I never know where, I feel like that might be a good enough method. Excited for Crowsworn? Yeah. Is Guacamelee a Metroidvania? I thought it was a beat 'em up. Oh. Okay, I know I'm asking about SAX, but please don't answer any of those questions. I've seen a couple of people like, oh yeah, it's this. No, no, no. I'm just thinking out loud. Just let me do the fight. Watch the suffering. I think it's a little bit about the lore of why SAX has the attacks that it has, but it's just skirting like too close to being spoilers or hints. Some damn good Metroidvanias these days, yeah. Oh, Bloodstained, that's right. That's on my radar too. Your physical copy of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World arrived yesterday. Nice. So happy when I heard about that lizard. Vouch for Shantae series is fun and charming. There's too many games. Too many games out there. Has a beat 'em up combat system. Okay. I need some water. Too many games is a good problem to have. Yeah. We've got this game. We're gonna probably spend some time. I want to say we're spending some time with this getting items, but I don't know yet. We'll see how today works out. We've got Axiom Verge 2. We've got Dread. We've got Echoes of the Eye, Outer Wilds DLC. Everything that's in the panels for like plans for the stream, we've got all of those already on our radar. So I feel like Gato Roboto is gonna be 2022. Guacamelee is gonna be 2022. Yeah, B, I know. This is not going. Oh. It's not a good start. I can't even speak. I don't know. This seems impossible. It just seems like you have to do it enough times to start understanding the rhythm of things, and then you get better at it. I don't know. I'm not particularly motivated to get through this fight quickly. We're just gonna try each attempt and learn something new every time. Try too many games while also playing a MOBA. I end up having little time for new games that I want to play. Just end up playing the MOBA, yeah. Acrylic, I like it. Forgot how hard this fight can be when you haven't done it a ton. Yeah, I'm sure it's not hard when you do like the randomizer and the speedrun, right? You're used to it. That's like, well, never mind. I won't say it. It's like anything where you do certain fights a bunch of times. You get used to the patterns. Which, I don't know how terribly patterned this is. The pattern is you hit me and then run into me and I die. Oops. I'm not the orange one, I'm the purple one. Ugh. I feel like if I space jump, SAX follows me and space jumps. If I stand still and shoot, SAX stands still and shoots. We found some holes in the AI and abused it. Yeah, that's usually a good enough method. Kind of like Dark Link. A little bit. You don't follow me up here at all. I wish you would. Nope, I didn't mean to fire in that direction. Nope, shoot. That was going slightly better. Yeah, that was going slightly better. I don't know for sure. Don't answer this. I don't think the ice missiles hurt. I think it's just a temporary stun. So we're going with stun, charge beam, stun, charge beam, stun, charge beam, stun, charge beam. And I think that was our best attempt so far. Thanks, Llama. Believe! We also have Belief, in case you want to use that one. Good learning. Yeah, that one felt like something was being repeated, which is a good feeling, because it is so reactive that if I change up what I'm doing, it changes up what it's doing. And then we can't get a good pattern down. Okay. Clumsy, start. See, I don't want you to be frozen right there. I want you to be frozen over here. Oh. I have to charge it while... Alright, this is a wash. Let's just end it. Mihan, hi! If I got hit by an ice missile, that would hurt. Yeah. I think it would hurt me too, but SAX is super powerful. Soul, hi, welcome in. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you. No worries. Take care. Have a good little lurk or whatever you're working on. Bay leaf. Mm-hmm. Acrylic X just follow me around telling dad jokes with deadly precision and cold dead eyes. We do have, I should point this out, the spoiler chat as well if y'all want to talk about the fight and how it's going or anything else about the game. You can use that to chat. Wasn't fast enough. Can I hide in here while this is happening? No, they closed it off. Sneaky, sneaky. I'm not quick enough for this fight. None of my techniques involve precision or speed. They are just good enough to pass enough health tanks to get through it. Come up here for a second? No? No? Okay. The spoiler chat is in our Discord. It's under the gaming section. And let me go over there really quick. Are we good on Discord permissions for everybody? Here, I gotta give one person. Okay. And I want to do this really quick. Okay. But it rolls like right after we hit it. No, freeze. Damn it, this sucks. I can't figure out how to charge and jump at the same time. But I can't, so if I freeze and then charge and jump over and hit, I can't immediately freeze again because they always seem to go straight into another screw attack. And I can't freeze them while they're in a screw attack, which is frustrating. Nope. 2 in a row. Ah! You like can't miss a beat. No, wrong button! Die. That's how I feel about this. Maybe we can use a power bomb. Maybe that's the secret. This is the time? I don't know. We're not making very much progress. I'm assuming this thing has a ton of health. And our fights are lasting all of like 10 seconds. Does that hurt you? I don't know if it hurts you. I don't think it does, because you have them as well, right? Yeah. It was fun while we tried it. I have to be in a screw attack if I want to dodge wave beam. I can't just do a jump straight up in the air. So that doesn't work. SAX hits so hard, I know. It's such a quick fight because of the amount of damage. I'm not even counting, but when I look up it looks like they do 2 E-tanks worth of damage at a time or something. It's wild. Also, while we're here, honestly, I feel like there was more... Well, the game's not over. But I thought there was gonna be more of the chase and stealth vibes. Because we had a large stealth section of Zero Mission. And this is supposed to be the creepy SAX is stalking us, which when we were sneaking past SAX, it was super scary and good. I just felt like there was gonna be one really long either chase or stalking section. And we got the one chase, but it wasn't that long? I don't know. But maybe we're gonna be chased at the end here. Had a few good loops. Oh. Defense is nerfed compared to the other games. Yeah, definitely. Which that's what they're trying to convey. And they do a good job with the storytelling of Samus being like, no. Federation is helpless against this thing. Every time I think I can freeze you again. And I can't. I wish that would work. I keep doing the same thing. My, like, muscle memory is stuck. Upper casserole, thank you. Welcome in. Remember the good old days when the last Metroid was in captivity? When the galaxy was at peace? Yeah, I remember. I miss those days. Remember when I was all excited about the new overworld music? And then we didn't even get to enjoy it. How do I... get past that section, that particular screw attack? I know how to get past the wave beam. I have to do a screw attack. Like, this part is okay. That didn't go so well. Just kidding. I'm figuring out my secrets. You're learning too much. That one was better. That was okay. Llama, thank you. Thank you. Please, no hints, no tips, no help, no nothing. Thank you, mods. We're figuring it out. A little bit at a time. Imagine the Federation trying to capture 10 of these. Terrible. Enjoy the process? Yeah. I know we haven't really used the safe word yet. No, yeah, I don't need it yet. We've got something that we're working with here. I know it's not perfect. But I at least feel like there's a pattern going. I like when we can get SAX to shoot on the diagonal like that, and while they're doing that, I can hit them with an ice missile. Not like that. That was not a good example of that. Oh, I thought that was gonna fire a missile at you, and it didn't. That was weird. Damn it! Alright, well, you know. Just checking the command. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yep. Sankari, hi, welcome in. From the Space Lab is doomed, you can make the Italian word. What does that mean? Nando, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. I think we're getting somewhere. Our runs are not all just 5 seconds and then we're dead now. Like, we're getting some hits in before we die. It's time to try talking things out, yeah. I wish. 6-second runs. I hate the start of this. I never feel like I know where to begin. Okay. I feel like we're beating you to the punch on some of those ice missiles, which is nice. Oops, shoot. Except for that one. I was trying to shoot at you before I hit the ground. Stop it! Stop hitting me midair! It's not fair. No! Oh, I'm not good at the space jump. Nope. Nope. What are you doing? Where are you? That's not it. Oh, that made contact, but we're about to die. Nope. Time to call Nintendo hotline, yeah. Exactly. If the SAX has the same weakness, then all you need to do is hide 100 missiles in various locations and they'll become trapped forever searching for them. Exactly. Exactly. We are landing more hits. That one felt better. That felt like I had some wins as far as timing, like knowing when to do what. Shoot it until it dies. Thank you. Welcome. Number high. See that space cat. Have you tried reasoning it with it? We talked about it, but I guess we should try to talk it out some more. Maybe in a little bit, Number. Maybe in a little bit. I want to get a couple more runs in. The Navroom AI in there with you, yeah. Which one's my favorite so far? I don't know. I think Super is still my favorite so far. I don't know if you all get tired of hearing it, but it's just got a special place in my heart. Oop, I didn't mean to grab that ledge. Does SAX have power grip? Nope. Nope, that was wrong. That was also wrong. No, get away from me. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. No, stop that. That's not what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to run the other way. What if we're just supposed to screw attack out the ceiling of this room, and that's the secret? Oop, that should have killed us. Ugh. Ugh, my hands hurt. Or I'm like tensed up. Outside of cutscenes, Samus speaks only the languages of coherent, light, and high explosive. Thanks, Number. Thanks for understanding. That was a pretty good attempt, right? It was okay. Could have been worse. Could have been better. You still like Super the best too? Nice. I don't feel bad about it. I just feel like you all get tired of hearing me say it. And you're like, no, she's gonna like my favorite the best. Oh, whoops, wrong room. Super so well put together. Except for interesting that, like, I still like the one with the hard point of no return. I feel like that one bothers me less because I didn't know anything about them ahead of time. But now that I know that I could have prevented this one, I'm more mad. I know Metroid Pinball will be your favorite. Heck yes. What matters are the friends we made along the way. Thank you, Pants. Alright, focus, focus, focus. Oops. No, I hate when this happens. I hate when we, like, face plant into each other. It's so dumb. I feel like that's kind of the point, though, because we're supposed to be the same. But it just feels so clunky. No! It messes up my rhythm. I've worked hard to get here. Oh, I thought I was the orange one. Leave me alone. It's got like the weird Parasite X animation when it takes damage. All the missed opportunities for high fives. I think because... What are we doing? We're doing a double jump screw attack over it, right? While charging, turning back, hitting it with the charge beam. When we do that, it ends up going into a screw attack, and I'm trying to screw attack over it while it's also jumping, or do like a normal jump over it, but some of the time we both jump in towards each other at the same height at the same time, and it ruins everything. But when it works, it's cool. It's normal that it has that animation. I know, but I'm just making a note of it. Can you believe we showed up in the same outfit? But we didn't! We look completely different and I still was like, oh no, I'm the orange one. Real bruh, I know you're like trying to give feedback on what I just said, but I don't careful. I don't want any extra additional tips or anything. I know. It's hard. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm recapping what I just did, that's all. Yeah, okay. Thanks for understanding. I want to make it clear, like, you're safest to only talk about the game in spoiler chat, which I know is really hard for some, but it's just so hard not to give, like, a leading hint or question on accident. Okay. We're in it. We're in it. Let's do this. Oops. Oh. I can... You turn into a platform when you're frozen, just like everything else. Cute. Wait. What was that noise? Oh, it was my diffusion missile. It threw me off. Oh, goodness. I don't know what we're doing here. Okay, cool. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh, talking about showing up in Turian too early. Yeah, with not enough missiles. Yeah. You have to have, what, 35 or something? I forget. It's been a while. I wonder how Samus would react to finding another person who's infected by the X. That would be really disturbing. Yeah. Welcome in, Legally Blind. Yeah, we're fighting another Metroid, Semi. It's an intense fight. Oh, goodness. Was Super your first? Oh, for Lizard, yeah. Not running in there with enough missiles is tricky. Soul Vibes, this boss is really hard. I think we are going to take a quick cat break and maybe a stream break. Number, if you're still around lurking and you want to do the cat cameo. Raiders, you want to see the cats? Hi Mel. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Echo, what's up? How's it going? How's Genshin? You just started, right? Are you loving it? You were talking about your first pull, I think, in the new server. I don't know much about how Genshin works, but I'm glad you're liking it. Echo, what's up? Alright, I'm gonna go grab a cat for the cat cameo. Thank you for coming in, Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Jen the Human, and now you get to meet my cats. Look, it's a cat burrito. She's in her little bed. She's a taco cat. Good introduction to cats. Or to Jen, cats. Yes. This was too perfect to not bring her in here like this. She's sleepy. Just a little bit. Good girl. Taco cat. Burrito. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, Raiders. BB's the real star here. If we're lucky, Duncan will come in too. She's not just a snack, she's a whole meal. BB says this is a weird dream, yeah. Did this one have a birthday? She did. She turned 9 on September 6th. Look, this is perfect. She's just blissed out. She's so chill. Normally I would like show off her little white paws, but she's just wrapped up and content. I love her. She loves the spotlight. Small feline and morph ball, yes. Hi. Hi, what you doing there? Want me to put you back down? So you can keep sleeping? This is killing me. Look at this. Okay. Thank you, Number. Thank you, Raiders. I hope you enjoyed the cat cameo. Hi, you're precious. Say bye to BB. Tombs, welcome in. Surge, welcome in. The whole gang's here for BB. Alright, I'll be right back. We're just gonna float away. What she's probably gonna do next is meow at the door. Yeah, no. No, not right now. I'm gonna give her a treat. Yeah. Okay. She did so good. We've got this awful, like, murmuring game over music in the background while we do this cat cameo. Here we are. Alright, with the good luck from BB, let's do one more run, and then we're gonna take our stream break. At least she doesn't scratch the door like one of my cats. She will cry at the door. She will meow at the door, but she won't scratch the door. And Duncan doesn't really scratch at this door that much either. The bedroom door, though, they, like, have torn apart that carpet a little bit. Or when she's, like, when I close the door for her to stay in the bedroom while I'm, like, working on something, if it's sound sensitive and I can't have her meowing, sometimes she scratches that door. Cats. Just one more run. Oh, this is so hard. This fight is so hard. It's exhausting. Cat life. I swear, I fed them today. I try to feed them pretty much right before stream, because then they're all happy and content and they go and have a little nap, and they don't mind being left alone and leaving me alone while we work on games. But I had fed her today and she was right back at the cabinet staring at the door a minute later. I'm like, what? But we just put food in your bowl. She wasn't meowing or anything. She wasn't crying. She wasn't scratching at it. She was just looking at the door. Like, yes, this is where the food comes from. All day buffet, yeah. That's what she was thinking. Oop, nope. Nope, faceplant. If you aren't good and fast with charging your charge beam before this game, this fight will make it so. I've never, like, I don't like charging the charge beam because I always feel like I'm terrible with all the other buttons when I'm holding a charge for a long time. Nope. Damn it. Leave me alone. No! Oh God, what is that? No! What are you? Gross. Run away. At least you don't have your gun anymore. Now you just use your body mass. That's terrifying. Second phase. Yay. Turns out Nosk was not the worst case scenario for doppelgangers. Oh my god. That did go a lot better, yeah. BB gave us the energy we needed. Stretched out the suit. Oh my gosh. I want to look at that. I want a closer look at that cursed sprite. Thanks, Jerry X. Oh my goodness. Oh, Drusif, hi. Watch the replay. Okay, thanks for popping in real quick. Todd, thank you for the energy. Oh, goodness. That's what the X are? I don't know. That's a super X-mutated Samus. That's like, you know how you get two X parasites and it makes one, and then you add those to another one, it makes a golden enemy, and then you add another one and it turns into this. Take our energy, too bad you can't convert it to health, yeah. If only. You tried drawing it once, I think I failed. It'd be a fun thing to draw. It'd be cool fan art. Cool, scary fan art. I thought that SAX was kneeling, and I was like, oh cool, we're gonna get a dialogue line or something. Like, we're gonna see something and then maybe the chase will start. I don't know. But I wasn't expecting that. They were about to pop the question, yeah. Oops. It's so satisfying when you land a hit and you hear the sound effect. You're like, okay, it was off screen, but it worked. Oops. The stupid jumping into each other kills me. Literally. No, it's because it knows that your go-to is to just space jump over everything. It's too smart. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Can't out-scam SAX. No, you definitely cannot. Nearison, we're trying to, yeah. Trying to get better at phase 1 so we have energy for phase 2. Grab a cat and try again. I know. I said one more and then break, and then we got to phase 2. That's never happened before. We've never said just another attempt and then we'll take a break, and then not taking a break. Never, never. Oops. Nope, nope, come on. Yeah. Cool. Was that fast forward? Yeah. Nice. We should disable that. One more game. 3 hours later. Just one more round. Just one more attempt. That one was glitched. We gotta do it again. No, that wasn't a stream glitch. That was the game. That was the fast forward. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. That caught me off guard. That one didn't count. Exactly. You have the motivation now. The motivation was there from BB, but now it dwindles. Oh my gosh, if SAX had time powers, if they added some kind of time travel element to this, that would be wild. No. No! Stop it! I think you're gonna jump one way, and then you always go the other way. Stop it! Will she just chill in the room while you stream, or will she be concerned? Oh, BB? She, the cats will, like, get all over everything and jump up and down and bite cords and claw well, not that destructive, but it'll be very distracting for me to be like, what are they getting into? What are they doing over there? One more never means one more. Last one means one more. Yeah. May, hi. It's good to see you. Alright, I think we're gonna take a stream break. This fight is so terrible. But I'm gonna give us the good music and not the game over music. Cats with screw attack. Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna let Super Samus beat Fusion Samus. We're gonna take a break. My cat found a mouse this morning. He was happy. The mouse was not. I'm sure the mouse was not. Your little hunter. Stretch if you need to. Grab water if you need to. All the things. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank you for being here. Welcome back, humans. Hello, hello. I hope you had a nice break. Got some stretches in, some self-care. Thanks, everybody. All right, let's hop to it. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can do this. We're gonna try. We're gonna try until we can't try anymore. Meat, thank you. We're gonna make more attempts. I think I can get this fight. I'm worried that it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna click today, that I'm gonna have to, like, practice. You just jump over me every time. We are forgoing the ice missile because it just adds an extra step to the process. And it makes for that one sequence that I don't like. Leave me alone. Nope. I don't like how we have to listen to the charge missile noise, like the whole, or the charge beam noise the whole fight. Well, it started out okay, but it's dwindling. What are you doing up there? This thing can always out-space jump me. Always outrun me. Believe! Looked into the future, there's at least one timeline where Jen wins. Nice. Mom, hi, welcome. Happy Monday. SFX volume option would come in handy right now. Yeah, it's just constant, like, screaming at us with the charge beam noise. Oh... At least it's not. I still will take the charge beam noise over Chozo ghosts in Metroid Prime any day. That scream. I can't stand it. Nightmares. Another cup down. Nice imagination. You're probably gonna beat me. The sprite gets distorted. Maybe that's why I was noticing the little flicker of, like, the X parasite animation, because maybe it increases the more the fight goes on. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's probably pretty subtle. Okay, that was ridiculous. I don't know. My brain is fried, my hands are fried. It's not, like... I feel like if you get so in the zone over a pattern to a point, the pattern turns to mush. Like, I don't want to continue this attempt. This one's not worth it. Oh... Who is this weirdo Samus you have to fight? This is SAX. And what's their motivation? Can we talk to them? I know we keep talking about how we need to reason with them and get to know their heart and talk them down from attacking us. I'm you, you're me, let's chill. Vibe check the streamer. My thumb hurts. I'm tired of holding down charge beam and jumping at the same time. It's uncomfortable. I wish that SAX would just slow down. Let's put it in, forget fast forward, let's put it in slow mode. Invite SAX for some exploration and chill, that's what I'm saying. The two of us could clear the map in a heartbeat. Eclectic, I know it's a joke, but like, you're riffing on something that's very dire and very important. I don't love that joke format. Can we lock the SAX in the mother brain room? Yes. Yes. Tunes, welcome in. Oh. I have to be like right there when it lands from jumping. And then we have enough time to jump without getting hit. Oops, but not when that happens. Shit. We had a few good ones there, but... I also don't know that I can start charging in the middle of a screw attack or like mid-air. I think I have to be on the ground. Maybe not, but I can't figure out how to pull it off. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Some good dodges on the last one. There was some okay things happening. I just don't, like, if we get to phase 2 again, I don't even know what to do in that other than, you know, dodge, try not to get hit the enemy with charge beam, that sort of thing. Maybe, we don't know if this phase 2 is susceptible to any other attacks that phase 1 is not susceptible to. We don't know that yet. Bren! Thank you for gifting a sub to Holly. I appreciate it. This run is not going well. Holly, welcome back to the human race. Courtesy of Bren. Enjoy Earth Badger emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're very glad to have you. Thanks, Bren. I feel like it space jumps the same way every time, and sometimes I remember not to fall for it, and sometimes I don't. Ooh, okay. That was like a faster pace of something. No, I don't think you're susceptible to anything that the other form is not. I think it's just charge beam some more. Can we, like, escape at this point? I want out. I want out. It's real slow, though. It doesn't have a whole lot of range of movement, I think. Oh, the eyes change color? Come on. And I don't think it does... I think it does like 40 damage. Oh, did it melt? Phase 3? Yeah. You can... No. No missiles for you? What damages you? No, I wanted to try to, like, ice beam you because you're blue, like the ice beam. I hate it. Ugh.
This is a job for a human.
Acrylic, thank
One
you.
who's tough, but also empathetic, and has a
Big heart. Thank you for the 210 bits. Thank you for cheering for humanity. I appreciate it. Be the Samus. You gotta become the Samus. This fight feels so random. It's execution heavy, but it's harder to predict. Yeah, the beginning, it took me so long to even figure out a pattern that worked because it just feels not like most patterns we're used to. You know, we're used to like shoot, shoot, look. I mean, it feels Hollow Knight-y, right? Like it feels very precise movements work. You gotta know exactly the height of the jump that's gonna happen. Where am I? I think I get confused because when we both have iframes, we light up white. That was a good run. No Bay, welcome in. How's it going? At least SAX isn't using charge beam. Yeah, we've got like the one thing that works. Well, the one thing that we've become attached to that works for us. Daxon, thank you. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna hold this charge all the way up here. No, that's silly. Ooh, what the? Stop it. I just don't know how we're ever gonna get to that other phase with more health. This thing annihilates me every time. Look at that. We barely got anything. And then this thing annihilates us as well. Although this section is much more straightforward. We're at 45 health. Are we gonna get health from the thing this time? Come on, gimme health. No? That doesn't work. Oh, that was good. No, give me room to jump over you! Okay, it drops health though. Nope, that was the wrong button. No! Now is not the time to be not hitting the right buttons. Oh. Why is my aim so bad? No. Where is it? Where is it? Fuck. There's no way. Oh, there was a health below us. We were so close. I feel like we had one more hit on it. Well, no, this one doesn't change colors the ways that the other one changes colors, so I'm not sure. But we hit it like on the top a bunch of times instead of right in the eye. I just want it to be over. You were close. Thank you, Eclectic. I needed Professor Oak in this moment. Oh no! Stop it! It stopped, the phase 3 gave us like a bunch of health a couple times. I need to shoot it more just to get health off of it. But we tried that with Natori and it was not a good strategy, so I don't know. Okay. Sammy, welcome in. Dun, 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 dun. I hate this fight so much. Stop hitting me. It's annoying. I hate it. Pick up a cat, yeah. Like, the only motivation to beat this fight is to say we beat the game. Because I don't even know, and I don't want to talk about it because it's going to be way too depressing. But I don't even know or think that we can go back in and do the item hunt after this. So it's like, I don't even have the motivation like we did for Zero Mission, which was, okay, that's alright, just do the fight, and then we can do the item hunt afterwards. Stop it. God, that's my least favorite, is that it knows you so well that you just face plant into each other constantly. The high five thing kills me. It's so painful. You're like, it is Dark Link. I mean, it's not, but... You know all of our moves, you have the advantage. Not really. I don't know, I guess. We're the player, it's the programming, right? We can think outside of whatever the sequence is, and we have moves that she doesn't have, but... Does she have moves that we don't have? I don't think so. Dark Samus, yeah. Kind of, not quite. Time to analyze the source code for a new strategy. Exactly. Oh, I thought I pressed the jump button. I literally think I'm losing height on my jumps because my thumb is tired. Like, I didn't have a good technical base to begin with. Alright. Is that it? That one's not very many hits. It makes such a sad melting noise when it melts. Did that do anything? I don't think so. I don't think I want to have that charged. Oh, ow! That was cheap. No! That's just me straight up falling instead of jumping. There's no way! We're not gonna get this! I'm not good enough at jumping. Yeah, there's no way. Alright, I'm done for tonight, I think. I don't know. I can't wait to hear the super angry, like, YouTube comments. I'm sorry, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. I really wanted to try it, but... Ooh... I feel like we can't do that last phase. Or at least not tonight, but I hate cutting it off there. I just feel myself getting more and more, like, demotivated about it. Ah, that sucks.